This is the story of a road that was promised to transform northern Kenya, a road that would stretch 750 kilometers from the bustling streets of Mandera through the arid plains of Wajir and Garissa, down to Isiolo, and finally connect to Nairobi. President William Ruto called it the longest road infrastructure project undertaken in Kenya since independence, a 100 billion sen lifeline for millions of forgotten citizens. The promise was bold. In September 2020, the World Bank approved $750 million to fund the project. The road would link Mandera to Ramu, pass through Gare, Elwak, Kobo, Kutulo, Tarbaj, Wajir, Samatta, Modogashe, Kulamawe, and finally Isiolo. From there, an existing highway would complete the journey to Nairobi. 4 counties, 3 million people, one transformative road. But 6 years later, the reality tells a different story. Phase 1. The 205-kilometer stretch from Isiolo through Kulamawe to Modogashe is the only section with significant construction. Even here, progress has been painfully slow. The first lot, Isiolo to Kulamawe at 77 kilometers, stands at just 54% complete after more than 3 years of work. Construction only began in September 2022, a full 2 years after the World Bank released the funds. Phase 2, from Modogashe through Samatta to Wajir, covering 157 kilometers, has barely started. The government was still negotiating additional World Bank financing for this section as recently as March 2026. Phase 3, from Wajir through Tarbaj and Kutulo to Elwak, remains largely on paper. Contract awards that were expected in early 2024 have been delayed by procurement bureaucracy. Phase 4. The 140-kilometer Elwak to Ramu to Mandera section was supposed to begin in August 2023. It was delayed for over a year due to Al-Shabaab insecurity in the region. The government eventually deployed the Kenya Defense Forces and police to secure the construction corridor. The African Development Bank, which funded this section with 27.5 billion shillings, has warned that slow procurement processes could further derail progress. Meanwhile, taxpayers were billed 4.09 billion shillings in November 2025 to cancel a related road annuity program contract covering 143 kilometers of the same corridor. That's billions paid for a road that was never built. The compensation of project-affected persons along the Isiolo to Modogashe section had not even begun as of a 2024 World Bank report, directly slowing the execution of roadworks. President Ruto claims 40% completion. But look closer. That figure likely refers to Phase 1 alone, which is only 205 of the total 750 kilometers. Phases 2, 3, and 4, covering nearly 545 kilometers, or 73% of the entire road, have seen minimal to no construction. The original World Bank timeline envisioned 6 years of implementation from 2020, meaning the road should have been complete by 2026. That deadline has quietly been pushed to 2028. Some sections now target 2027. The reality is that most of this road remains unpaved, unmarked desert track. For the 3 million people of northern Kenya, this road remains what it has always been: a promise, a distant dream. Connecting Mandera to Nairobi should not take a generation, but at this pace, it might.